positive to see some of the ways that he was able to keep plays alive out there, make something out of nothing. I saw this throughout the preseason with Trey. The more he's out there, the more comfortable he becomes. Like the game seems to slow down. He starts to see things a little different. He makes different type of passes. And that's essentially what we saw yesterday. The more he was in there, the more comfortable he becomes. Like you mentioned earlier, he wasn't completely comfortable. It wasn't that, but he started to get a better feel. Let me ask you something real quick and ask the chatty house as well. What was Colin Kaepernick's first game?
He threw for 300 yards and ran for 200, scored 7 touchdowns.
That's Cap. No pun intended.
Colin
Kaepernick's first game was the week before against the St. Louis Rams.
Was the week before what?
It was the week before the game you're talking about. He came in, I think, in the second quarter when Alex Smith was concussed. Cap went 11 for 17, 117 yards, at a rushing touchdown in a tie against the St. Louis Rams at the time. He looked kind of like what we saw from Trey. He looked a little more comfortable just because he was a second-year player at that point, but he was kind of off. He was kind of jittery. He did not look comfortable out there. The next week, when there was a full week to prepare, give him first-team reps or whatever, that's the game against Chicago when it was like, oh, snap. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that that's what Trey Lance is going to do against the Arizona Cardinals by any means. I don't know what he's going to do. It's more so to say Colin Kaepernick, everybody remembers that Bears game as his first game. He got in for more than half the game against the Rams and looked essentially like what we saw from Trey Lance yesterday until he got an opportunity to have a week of practice, a week of preparation, put a game plan in that complemented his strengths, and he was able to have a big game.